Hello lords and ladies of YouTube, and welcome back to Nightly Gaming's Nightly Gaming and another episode of Kickstarter Roundup. So remember, there's links to all the games I talk about in the description down below, but let's hop right on into our first game, which is Overpower by Hydrant Games. So the little headline reads, class-based arena shooter that offers character progression and epic PvP battles without the boring grind. Easy to play and super fun. So, in their video, they describe it as sort of MMORPG style progression with MOBA style battle mechanics. So you have weapon customization, you get to choose your own kind of stats and the way your character progresses and things like that. And it seems like a fairly accurate description. If I was going to compare it to any MOBA, I'd compare it to Smite, not only because of the actual camera angle of it, which is a big aspect of it, but also in the sense that characters are moving in that 3D plane, not just flat attacks going straight up. There's also a vertical aspect to it. With that said, the arenas that you compete in are definitely reminiscent of MOBAs. Everyone has their own unique classes. There's a nice fantasy feel to the game. The graphics look nice. The gameplay looks pretty solid. There's not a ton of character variety from what I can tell right now, but it is still obviously in development. That's why they're doing a Kickstarter. But it definitely looks like it's promising. So if you're interested, I would definitely check this one out. But let's move into our second game, which is Planet Nomad by Crane Balls. So headline, a sci-fi sandbox game of creation and survival on procedurally generated planets. So, this looks like a really good addition to that whole survival game genre that comes out with things like The Forest and H1Z1 and all that kind of stuff. Extra, what's really nice about this one is each map is procedurally generated, so it's always different. And it's got a lot more flexibility that you can do with the world. You can change it and move a lot more things because it's fully destructible. You can dig, you can see a hill and level the hill kind of a thing. There's lots of variety of things that you can build. The art style is great. There's also a really good incentive for endgame because what you can do is eventually build your own spaceship and fly off of your planet and go to other planets. So there's a really nice option there, so you can, instead of just starting a new game all over, you can fly to other planets and kind of build up your colonies there. So there's a lot of variety of what you can do here. It looks like it's going to be a really deep and great addition to the genre. So if you're interested in those kind of games, check it out. But let's move on to our third game, Polywar by Hexagon Games. Their headline reads, Polywar, an FPS multiplayer game with low poly graphics and an extremely entertaining gameplay. So this is a sci-fi kind of first-person shooter that seems to be focusing on its graphics and art style as a selling point, but with that said, their gameplay does look pretty good overall too. The art style is really nice in my opinion, and I think that is what kind of makes the game, but it also has some decent gameplay. It kind of looks a little bit more along the lines of like a Halo style. You know, there's not like any kind of bullet drop. There's definitely a sci-fi theme going on there. It looks, I can't be certain, but it looks like there's, you know, some kind of lower gravity style going on there. It might not be the game that's going to, you know, dethrone Call of Duty, Halo, or Counter-Strike, but it looks like it'll be a fun addition to the first-person shooter genre. So if you are interested in that, check that one out. But let's move on to our final game of the week, which is Wandersong by Greg Lobanov. I probably butchered that name, and I apologize, but their headline reads, a handcrafted indie adventure game about the power of music. Go on a journey and save the world with singing. So this game just looks amazing in every aspect. It's a 2D platformer with a really unique mechanic where you progress through the game using music, whether that be story, battle, obstacles. You use music to overcome things. The art style is really nice. I really enjoy it. It's kind of got this like almost like a storybook papercraft style look to it. It's not quite the perfect description of it, but I like the art style a lot. The story looks very interesting and unique. The world looks fleshed out and interesting. there's definitely a sense of humor to the game and a self-awareness where it's kind of having characters like, why are you singing? Stop singing. You know, it's entertaining that way. So it's definitely got a sense of humor on top of the good story. So if you're looking for a fresh new addition to your game library, I would definitely recommend checking this one out. It looks like it's going to be a really unique, really interesting game for anyone to pick up. So with that said, I'm done for the week. So I want to ask you guys, is there any games I didn't mention that you think I should have mentioned? Did I mention any games that I shouldn't have mentioned at all? Let me know in the comment section down below. Otherwise, I will be gone this weekend. I'm going to be going to the SoCal Retro Gaming Expo. So I'm going to be recording that, and I'm going to upload a video of that on Monday for you guys. But there will be no videos tomorrow or on Sunday, so just be aware of that. That's why Kickstarter Roundup I decided to do on Friday this week instead of Saturday. Normally it's Saturday. If you guys want to see the Kickstarter Roundups on a regular basis, you can always subscribe and you'll be notified whenever I put those out. Otherwise, I guess thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you on Monday when you guys get to see all this Gaming Expo goodness. So thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.